Deep core breathing for singing. So I recently had conversations with some of my students and I decided to make a video about that because here's the thing. In order to get into good habits, deep core breathing is excellent. And I'm going to get into what it is, how to do it, and how it can benefit you in your singing. So stay tuned. We know breathing is important for singing, and you all know this feeling when you run out of breath at the end of the phrase or when it's a little longer. It's really frustrating when this happens. So here's what happens with deep core breathing. It's basically something you can incorporate into everyday life. What you want is your diaphragm to move, and you want to get that awareness of the muscles that are involved. What we don't want is shallow breathing. We want to move the core and control the in and outward breath flow with that core. So it's of course partially your diaphragm, which moves down as you inhale and you fill your lungs to kind of push all the organs out of the way. And then when you exhale, the diaphragm comes up. Now, there is a way to do deep core breathing where you actually use your core even at, just when you're standing there. Let me just tell you a little story, and that's why I kind of talked about this with my students. So I had my twins about 2.5 years ago. I gave birth to twins naturally. And of course, after that pregnancy, my belly muscles, it felt really bad. And during the pregnancy, of course, that it separates. You have this thing called diastasis recti, where it does take a while for the abdominal muscles to kind of move back in, because of course when you have a huge belly with your babies, everything moves outward and it has to separate. I mean, where is the belly going to go, right? And the muscles can't just instantly grow, so they move out of the way. The number one thing that helped me heal that diastasis recti, apart from some very gentle exercises, was just this daily deep core breathing. So what I did was just take deep breaths inward and then breathe outward with muscle engagement here.
If you're looking for a way to help you stay on track when it comes to singing, whether it's technique, mindset, or motivation, in my online singing school, you will not only have access to all of my pre-created video courses, which includes more than 200 video lessons, but you'll also have access to an amazing community of like-minded people, singers from all over the world who love music. You will also have the opportunity to get personal feedback from me during our monthly group coaching session. You can dive into all of my courses like Music Theory for Singers, How to Sing Opera, Mastering Pop Ballads, the Vocal Warm-Ups Vault, the Vocal Troubleshooting Guide, Back to Basics, Perfect Beginnings, and more. Check out the link below, and I hope to see you on the inside.
So let me show you what it looks like, but it's more of an explanation because you can't see much happening, right? So it's in, and then even as I'm talking now, I'm moving out and I'm engaging the core like on an everyday basis. So as I inhale and exhale, and even when you do an exercise, you don't want this to be oof, but it's really this steady breathing that is not forced. It's very steady. It's very gentle, but at the same time strong because you're using your core. I hope that makes sense. So let's do a few exercises where you just take one deep breath in, you move, your belly goes out, your diaphragm goes down. It automatically does. You don't have to do anything for it. And then we're going to exhale and blow the air out as if we were blowing through a straw, and feel the engagement of the core. Okay, let's do it. You're not pushing the air hard, just a little bit of air. Very small amounts, but controlled. So when you feel this right here, this is something you can engage whenever you do anything, really. When you do the dishes, when you walk the dog, even when you're walking, when you're moving, you can engage that core. And that is so important in singing because number one, it does strengthen your deeper core muscles. And number two, it helps you be aware where it counts, right? So it's really that engagement. It's that slow, steady airstream. It's not that high pressure most of the time. Try it out on an everyday basis and you will feel a difference. I promise you, because you get in the habit, and it's all about creating a habit. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time.